Well, we're going to talk about a really good news story now. It's a story that we have followed for some time here. In fact, as long as TalkTV and the Sunday Night Club, I think, has been in existence over the last couple of years or so, is that what on earth was ever going to happen to West Bromwich Albion Hawthorns with owners that had little regard for anything but themselves. And hopefully, during the next few days, a Florida-based father and son consortium will become the new owners of West Bromwich Albion. And delighted to say that Alistair Jones, Action for Albion, is joining us right now. Good evening to you once again, Alistair. And it looks good news.
Well, it's better than good news. It was like a kid Christmas morning on Friday morning, Thursday night. It was just a surreal atmosphere. Yes, obviously, we lost the game against Southampton, who played well on the night. But as I was saying to many people, we lost that battle, but we've won the war. And it's a fantastic thing that we've got. Just a relief is the first instance of feeling, really. It's just a weight lifted off our shoulders. One of the committee members, Matt, said, even my voice sounded different. It's just like a complete relief, and everything that we had has just sort of been the weight has been lifted off all of our shoulders. You can see some of the clips that we're very proud of that we did in March last year. We did loads of stuff, but the most important thing we did was we stayed peaceful and above board, and we had real good dialogue with the club because they recognised that we're trying to do it in the right way. It was all no swearing, peaceful, legal, above board, and that took us to a lot of places we never expected to be. So yeah, we're very proud of what we've achieved, and who knows what difference we made. I think most people would suggest that we've helped expedite the issue. That and our friends at that it's an 88% or 87.8% takeover. The other 12.2 are still held by minority shareholders, which are represented by Shareholders for Albion, and we've dovetailed with Shareholders for Albion, and their chair, Lee Kent, has done an incredible job long before our inception, and they've been protecting our football club from the likes of Mr. Lai consistently since 2016 when Jeremy Peace sold us down the river. So yeah, it's just a culmination of a lot of hard work from a lot of people. As I say, Shareholders for Albion go underneath the radar a lot, but their work and their diligent work has been incredible, really. So yeah, it's been a fantastic weekend, apart from 8 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. But we'll move on from that. We don't really want to talk about that today because it's a good news story. But yeah, it's such a, as you can see by the footage, there's thousands of people. I think we had 5,000 people last March coming to do it. March. We expected a few hundred, and the police were shocked. We had to start it early because there was that many people going to it. But it just shows what a little bit of organisation and a little bit of feeling and passion gets you. As I say, we're very proud that we've done it in the right way. And we've always and can I take the opportunity to thank you and your producers for everything that you've done and given us the platform on TalkTV to be able to talk about this consistently. And as I say, our work and hopefully is now complete, but we want to make a difference still with the football pyramid. We're still passionate about the football pyramid, and we don't want anybody else and any other football club to go through what we've been through. Yes, we've got a little bit of a good news story, but we can also look at what we've done in the past and what we've learnt from, and you can just look at some of the pitfalls that Albion were falling into and hopefully help other clubs from falling into this precipice that we very nearly did.
Yeah, well, look, Alistair, you speak so well, and on behalf of all of us here at TalkTV, we're glad that the story's finished in the way that we all hoped it would, and to keep all clubs like yourselves who've gone through rogue ownership in the past. I mean, 8 years, if you think about it. 8 years it was in the end.
I had air.
Sorry?
I had air then.
Yeah. But, these are important. And I hope from this and the smooth change now through to the father and son, based in Florida, obviously, and what they're going to do is where the Football League can now understand what is needed for other clubs and what is needed to be done, and it's not just down to the reaction of the fans. They have got to really start to look into detail at some of these rogues that want to come in and destroy football clubs, pretending that they actually want them to succeed.
Absolutely, and again, we've worked, and I can sort of reveal things now. We spoke to the EFL, and we had meetings with the EFL as a group. That Andy Street, the mayor, put together for us. So these are sort of things that we can sort of help with other football clubs that hope that it's going to happen. Unfortunately, it's just a nature of the beast. The EFL. In fairness, I've been very critical of them, but they were pretty under-resourced. But I can only speak as a find, and I can tell you that they were very, very helpful with us, sort of straight and honest with us, and they were very quick to respond. So credit where credit's due. We're very quick to jump up and criticise, but if it's only fair when they've done something that was good, to say that as well. Nicola Richards, our MP for West Bromwich East, has been instrumental in the campaign as well. And all I'd say with regards to people that are going to get in this situation, just look, there's more than one way to skin a cat. We get that the militant thing is the most obvious thing to do, but sometimes if you think a little bit differently and think outside the box, you can get a lot further. And Reading have been a testament, and obviously every club's different, and I completely understand and sympathise with the reasons why Reading went down that road.
Yeah.
We felt our decision wasn't that far down. It's because we weren't in as huge amount of danger, but we weren't far away. So all that we'd say is that every club is different, but every club is special to those people involved, and if we can help in any way to stop this happening from anybody else.
The other thing, Alistair, of course, that those of us that have always been involved in one club throughout our lives, not our careers as such, but is that it's all of the unspoken people within your West Midlands area and the Black Country, those that are perhaps the taxi firm that has had a contract, the caterers, the people that paint or repaint parts, and the builders and everybody else, they're all nearly forgotten about. That a football club going under can really dramatically change even further some of these deprived areas.
Absolutely, and this is one of the things that we learnt, to be honest with you, because it was new for us. We're all volunteers at the end of the day, and one of our first initiatives was possibly to stop kiosks and programs. And then you step back and you think about it from Lee taught me this, the helicopter view, where you think, well, hang on, if we stop the program, we're going to actually stop the livelihood of the people that print the program. So we're not hurting Mr. Lai, we're actually hurting the local community. So there's lots of different things that you have to weigh up, and pros and cons, and that's where our committee came in. We've got a committee that we've had from 11 strong throughout the whole process. That, I'll be honest with you, the one with me was the number two, if you like, Paul Faulkner. We argue like two brothers really, and I think everyone else gets really fed up with it, but you need that yin and yang sort of thing to be able to get successful. But Mr. Patel is a fantastic, looks like addition for Albion. He looks like a perfect fit for the demographic of the region as well. We've obviously got a very diverse community in the West Midlands, and it's fantastic that we've got somebody of Indian heritage that is invested in the football club and will see us hopefully to embrace that community even further. We've got some really good things with Abner Albion and some Albion supporters groups, but that's something that we can grow. We've always been at the forefront of change and social change at West Brom, obviously with the 3 degrees and things like that. We're very proud of that heritage, and we want to continue that. And I think that having the links with Mr. Patel and moving that forward, that's something that we can thrive on. He's also looking at the history. Obviously, it's only been a few days, but you Google, don't you? And he's done a lot of things. You've done a lot of things. He's done a lot of things in Tampa with his local community, and he looks very philanthropic, and he wants to be a major part of the community. So we're hoping that he embraces that. We were very pleased that he called himself a custodian of the club, because he's not the owner. The owner of the institution is us. That's who own the football club. The custodians will come and go, and hopefully Mr. Patel will be a real success. And yeah, we're looking forward to a celebration party at Wembley in May at the playoff final. That's what we're hoping for. It'll be a good end to the story.
Well, that has been the thing, though, hasn't it? That's been so important here, that the commitment from the staff, the playing staff, and the management to continue. I mean, I know of others that perhaps elsewhere might have thought, what's the point?
Absolutely, and I think that's another thing that we tried to do was try to separate the two entities. Of the only issue we had was with the ownership. We haven't got any issues with the football club. There's some great people that work at the
Mm.
football club, both on and off the pitch. Carlos and the team have, for the first time in a long time, we've got a bond for the team, and we really back that team. Yes, we lost on Friday, but you can never fault the effort of our squad. And Carlos Corberán, I'll tell you now, we won't realise the importance of him until 5 or 10 years in the future. Because when he
Mm.
came, we were destitute. Really, we were at the bottom of the league, and the more likely to go into League One than the Premier League. The job he's done is just remarkable.
Mm.
And there's lots of people. Ron Gourlay has moved on, but
Yeah.
the MSD loan has actually protected this football club more than anybody could ever realise. Then latterly, Mark Miles stepped into the breach at the time of crisis as an operations director. He stepped up to the plate as being a very committed member of West Bromwich Albion, and he's had 20 years service, and he's probably, and I'm not being rude, probably put into a position that he didn't ever expect to be, and he's performed and got this deal over the line. The communications director, everything's been a really good, and obviously it's a good news story that we finished. Uh, and I think that
Yeah.
a lot of people have put their all into it. I'm knackered. I'm looking
Well,
forward to the break,
you
but yeah,
deserve, you deserve to be knackered as well. Of course, you're on the road for the next week, aren't you? Plymouth, and then I
yeah,
guess I saw it's an early kickoff against at
Hull,
Hull.
yeah,
That'll be on Sky, won't it?
yeah. Well, yeah, my son and I are getting a nice early pick up out in Sedgley in the West Midlands at 6:30 on Friday, on Saturday morning. So he said, my son said actually, he said, I thought it was a 3 o'clock kickoff. I thought, bloody hell, there'd have been some stakes on that coach if it was the 3 o'clock kickoff. Fortunately, it's 12:30. But yeah, it's we're looking forward. The most important thing now is what everybody wants to do is concentrate on the pitch.
Yeah,
And I do jokingly say I can't wait to moan about our fullbacks again. It's going to
yeah.
be great rather than having to moan about the financial situation. It's just a positive news story. And as I say, I just wanted to come on. Thank you for the
No, well,
opportunity. You
thank.
personally for it's not just the show. You've supported it throughout Twitter as well, and
Yeah.
your production staff, Parag and Chris, have been fantastic. So we really appreciate everything you've done for us, honestly, and you've made a massive contribution to hopefully our success story.
Well,
So thank
and
you.
that's the great thing is that hopefully next time we talk, it will be, we win the final game of the season and we're in the playoffs, or
That's
we're
right.
this or whatever. I mean, this is the great thing about this is that it means that all of us generationally now, you all can at West Brom and think, you know what, we can just think about West Brom and the football and have all that excitement to come and the ups
That's right.
and downs where the hope kills you, but it doesn't destroy the club.
Exactly. We've got kids for a quid, for instance. So our season tickets for under 15s are a pound,
Brilliant.
£24 or £23. So there's lots of things. But my dad took me. I take my son. My sons will be taking my grandchildren, and that's what we're fighting for. And it sounds corny and it sounds all that, but it's true. We've had a generational thing. I was talking to Matt again, one of our committee members, and he was saying when the news came through, we was thinking of people that are no longer here. And there's lots of Albion fans that have contacted us that have said that we've gone away. We've got no delusions of grandeur. We
No.
know that we can only do so much, but what we've done, I think, is united the fan base, and as one, we've stood up and said our football club is too important for you to just pitter away, and we're not having it. And unfortunately, the club understood, and as I say, to get together. Ian Skidmore, the communications director, says this saying, "You've got to be in the ring to fight the ball," and he's absolutely right. And we've taken that and learned that from
Yeah.
Ian. And yeah, it's just a really good news. I'm just very relieved. I'm going to go and have me a couple of pints and just have a think about what we've done and those clips and keep watching and remembering about what a special time it was. And
Yeah.
as I said, made some lifelong friends from doing this. So that's a really good thing to do.
Well, the West Bromwich Albion's motto from the town is absolutely appropriate. Labour conquers all things, work conquers all. And you've done an incredible amount of work, and you deserve, all of you, to enjoy the future now the bag is. Thanks for joining
Thank
us,
you.
Alistair.
Thanks, Mark.
Brilliant.
Cheers.
No, thank you
Cheers.
very much indeed.